Eriksen, Ali's there again! Oh, what a goal! It's Danny Rose on his Premier League debut with a memorable strike!
Son has scored it! Kendon Son buries it beyond Ederson!
Kane goes for it! Oh, what a goal from Harry Kane!
They're slipping, they're sliding, it's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final for the first time in their history!
Welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs show, the Tottenham Hotspur podcast, here every Monday, 9 p.m. Thank you for joining me once again. Tonight on the show, we've got Gary. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, not bad, Sal. You all right? You good?
Yeah, all good, mate. So it's been another 7 days of Spurs have passed. We've lost to Pacos de Ferreira, so we do need to talk about that. But we got a win against Wolves, and Harry Kane is still at the club. So how do you rate the last week out of 10?
Last week out of 10, well, from the City game to yesterday, it's probably been a good 7, a good solid 7. I think obviously the Paco Ferreira result, knocked it back a bit, but that's what you expect against when you play a weakened side, your B team, if you like, or your C team.
Yeah. So let's start with Wolves 0, Spurs 1. Good result yesterday. Did you see it coming?
Yeah.
I can't remember what you predicted last week. What was your prediction?
I predicted 2-1.
Oh, yeah. So you expected us to win. I had 1-1.
Yeah.
I weren't as hopeful.
Yeah, but, even before the game, I was expecting it to be tough, because Molineux packed out with fans once again.
Mm.
And, it was, I've been to Molineux myself as well, and it is a hostile atmosphere. The fans make it an intimidating place to go. I think it was a tough 90 minutes to watch, that's for sure. But more importantly, getting the 3 points away from home. So, yeah, it was a good result, definitely.
That's one thing that I didn't really take into account was the fans coming back. I think Molineux is quite a hostile place, once the fans are back.
Yeah.
They're quite loud, and they had a point to prove. We had a point to prove last week to Harry Kane, beating Man City. And Wolves almost had a point to prove against Nuno. So it was almost they could have rubbed it in our faces yesterday, couldn't they? If they did beat us, but a very good win. Who stood out for you? We did talk about this on the WhatsApp, but who stood out for you yesterday?
I think Oliver Skipp had another good game as well. He's been good in the past 2 matches that we've seen him. I think yesterday obviously was another real test for him as well, but he keeps his composure. He does the job. He done well for me yesterday. I think Dele as well. He's been stepping up lately as well. He's had a better game. I think Skip, Dele have both stepped up as well, and Eric Dyer. I think Dyer's done pretty well in the past couple of matches as well. And I hope now this is a new page for Dyer to turn now. So hopefully we start seeing a good Eric Dyer.
Yeah, I think the first thing I noticed from the Wolves game to the Man City game, that Wolves did stretch our centre-backs a lot more. You did see Sanchez coming out of possession a bit, and then I think Dyer lost possession around the halfway line when I think Traore was 1-on-1. So it wasn't as strong as performance as Man City defensively, but still really impressive performance from Dyer. I do feel Dyer is definitely the most experienced now out of the back four, and he looks a lot more solid, and it's really helped Reguilon push forward a lot. I think we're seeing Reguilon really push forward a lot more down the left-hand side. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, Dyer's 26, 27 now. I didn't realise he was that old, to be honest with you, because when he signed, he was 19, and I still think he's like a middle-aged, mid-20s centre back. But time moves so fast ahead of us. Yeah, he's knocking on like 26, 27, and I think he is the most experienced centre back. Obviously, it was Toby, but Toby's left. Yeah. I think being at the club longest, obviously, it's in terms of centre backs, it's Dyer. Mm-hmm. I think having that experience there is important massively, and I think it does help.
Yeah. So let's move on to Dele Alli. Dele Alli won the penalty for us and took the penalty. You said he had a good performance yesterday. What have you made of his new role so far? Almost playing as part of the three in midfield. Do you think it's working for him?
I think what does it as well. I think when he plays as a number 10, he probably feels fairly isolated. He's only got one way to pass, and that's obviously trying to get it forward. But I think having that middle three there, obviously having Skip and Højbjerg there, which for me I think is a solid partnership. I think he's got a bit of reassurance there because with Skip and Højbjerg, I think they both love winning the ball back and getting it forward as well. I think if you had Dele, Winks, and Sissoko in the middle, I think it'd just be so ineffective. So I think we wouldn't see Dele perform like that. But I think Skip is a major contribution to Dele's role. Like I say, with him and Højbjerg in the middle, they're just forming a very decent partnership. You know, I never expected it. I knew Skip was going to do well, but I didn't expect him to form a solid partnership. I was hoping to see it be Ndombele and Højbjerg, but it looks like Skip has absolutely jumped ahead of him in that perspective.
One thing with Dele, he used to, when we signed him, he had that dirty side to him. You know, that nasty look, that nasty style of play about him. He seems to have lost that a bit now, and he's almost turned it into a bit of a mature performance in his play. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, when Dele first signed, he was this excited 19, 20-year-old playing up top with like Kane and Son and that, and absolutely loving his football. But yeah, like you said, he might have just matured up a bit. I know there was an incident a couple of years back with him when he got burgled or something like that. It might have had an effect on him mentally. Yeah, you know, probably. I mean, of course, you know, it's something we understand. And you know, as he's got older, I think he's sort of matured up a bit and realises now. I'll tell you what I did spot yesterday. Dele went live on his Instagram. He hasn't done that for a couple of years, and he hasn't done that for a couple of years.
Welcome to the stream, Ad.
How's it going? All right.
Adam's here. What's happening?
Liking the tracksuit, mate.
Thank you.
I was just saying, Dele going live on Instagram. We haven't seen him do that for a couple of years, and he was having that banter with Eric Dyer. So I think having that bromance is back now with Dele and Dyer.
You can see that as well, can't you? As well.
Say again, mate.
You can see that with his confidence as well. To be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. So what did you make of the game, Ad, yesterday? Did you watch it all?
No, do you know what, mate? I didn't even get a chance. A chance. Been so busy, mate, to be honest with you. It's just, I see the highlights.
Yeah.
And I just think, it's right what you say about Dele. His confidence is coming back. And obviously you're saying about the Instagram story with Dyer and that. But I think if we get the full Dele that we know from years ago, then personally, I think he'd be a big player under Nuno.
Yeah,
I feel
massively.
Like right now, he's not going to be judged on goals and assists. He's getting judged on work rate, which he's shown. He's covered the most ground in both games for us so far. So
yeah, I saw that as well. That was quite surprising, to be fair, because I think under Jose, he said it himself. He just looked lazy. Just looked like he just didn't want to run. He was just strolling about on the pitch. But I think under Nuno, I think Nuno knows Dele's a great player, and he said that himself. He says, you know, he knows what he can do, and he's basically given him the chance. You know, he's played every pre-season match, I think, so far, and so far playing 90 minutes in all these league matches so far.
What did you make of him taking the penalty yesterday? Did you have faith in him, or was you?
No, not really. No, I thought Son was going to take the penalty.
Yeah, same. Ad?
That's what I thought, mate. I thought. I can't remember the last time Dele took a penalty for us. Did he miss or I don't know?
Burnley away.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you know what? I don't have confidence in the geezer at the moment because you know what I'm like with Dele. My opinion with Dele with his little flicks and
same.
But let's see. I hope we get the Dele back from a few years ago with the confidence and his play, mate. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see.
But he took the penalty well, and I like that he did take responsibility. I mean, you do get players that shy away from these moments.
Yeah, big time. Could have done with him in the Euros final that time.
But, speaking of flicks, how about Steven Bergwijn's bit of trickery?
Oh, yeah, blimey! I tell you what, Adam Achoyo, we've got Steven Bergwijn.
Yeah.
So what did you make of Bergwijn's performance? Not just yesterday, but last week against City as well. Do you think he's coming back to form? Is his confidence coming back?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it just takes a bit of time. People expect like players to, be of lack of confidence in one match and then it comes back and then it doesn't really work like that. I think you need to ease these players back into a bit of decent form. But yeah, I think Bergwijn looked fairly confident yesterday. I mean that flick. I don't think he would have done that under Mourinho. I just don't think he would have had the confidence. But under Nuno, I think again, just pumping positivity around players and around the team.
I had to watch it again. I couldn't actually believe what he'd done. I was buzzing. As soon as he'd done the flick, he actually got a couple of shots away. He almost could have scored. He really came to life after that. Anything else to add on Bergwijn, or shall I move on?
No, move on, mate. It's all right. Move on.
Well, let's talk about the record breaker, HUGO LLORIS. What have you made of HUGO LLORIS's tenure at Spurs? I think he's been there 7-8 years now, maybe more now.
I think I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's still here. I mean, you got to think he's he's one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Obviously, a World Cup winner as well with France, and he's just been loyal to us ever since. There was a few times when I think he was linked with a move away and considered it, but he must love it here. He must love it here in order to be that. And when you talk about players going through thick and thin, that is one player who's been there. You're talking about Dyer being at the Spurs for a long time. LLORIS has, I think, been here the longest now out of the team now.
He's been there since. He's done the AVB era.
He's done AVB. Sherwood was there. Pochettino, Mourinho.
And the defenders he's played with, like Chiriches,
Fazio, Michael Dawson.
Dyer, Sanchez.
Dyer in there, mate. But Dyer.
I mean, Alderweireld for Tongan as well. I mean, that was probably his best partnership. At Spurs, but you got to think, he's been ever so loyal to us, and it's just it's just good to see that. Decent goalkeeper as well. I don't feel there's too many of them about, especially of Hugo's caliber. So I think it's just good to have that.
Have you got any stand-up saves that remind you of LLORIS or any significant games? We'll start with you, Adam.
He's made many, hasn't he?
I think the penalty save against Arsenal at Wembley.
Yeah, that always stands out to me.
Go down one of my favourite ones, obviously with the circumstances and conceding the penalty in the last minute. I think that's got to be up there. But do you know what? My personal opinion about Hugo is he's a great shot stopper, but I've lost count how many times he's cost us games.
It has been big games.
Yeah.
Big games, the easy saves that you could make, and he fumbles them.
Yeah, the last one that comes to mind was Liverpool away. I think he had up with all the very.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he always gets beaten at his near post.
But let's try and keep positive with him. Saves that stood out for me was Bayer Leverkusen away from Javier Hernandez.
I remember that one. Yeah, that was a brilliant good start. It was a good save. That was
incredible one. Another one, against Che Adams last season against Southampton. I remember that one. Yeah, at home, he blasted it from 2 yards out and somehow he saved it. But
what about yesterday's one against Traore? That was a good save.
Actually, or was it just a poor finish?
It's both. It's definitely both.
Yeah, it's a strange one. But I'll tell one save that come to mind actually. I think when we had Man City at home, I don't know if it was when Sherwood was in charge. I can't remember, but I think that was a point blank range effort as well from Yaya Toure or Dzeko or someone, and he somehow saved that as well.
Yeah,
I mean, we lost the game 4-1, 5-1 on the night, but I remember that save specifically, and it was just, it was like you say, that's it, this goes in, it's game over, and it was just, what a save! I remember it.
We've got a comment here from my dad. He says, I think Nuno's told the team to keep it simple when we're defending. Save the fancy stuff until you get to the last third. Hence 2 clean sheets. Which is true. I think one player who never kept it simple was Juan Foyth. He always took a little touch and messed about, especially when he played right back. But definitely looks. And Aurier, another one.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, Foyth, Aurier and Winks are just the players who just always piddled around. I mean, we saw Winks do that mistake against West Ham when they equalised to make it 3-3. That's one example there. But I just find that often. I just find they just try dribbling it out of the box instead of just clearing it. It's the last few minutes of the game. Just clear it out anywhere would do. But no, you've got just piddle around and just dribble it out of the box. Yeah, so yeah, it's a fair comment, I think. Yeah, just clear the ball. I've noticed that a lot lately as well. They just get the ball. Sanchez clears it out. Tanganga clears it out. Reguilon even cleared it out.
Yeah, one player who was very good at dribbling up the pitch with the ball was Vertonghen, and that's what we've missed now. He was really good at carrying the ball up there, and you don't really want that with Dyer and Sanchez. We did see it yesterday with Dyer when he
I saw it. Yeah, I saw Dyer. Nearly cost us a goal. Yeah, nearly cost us a goal. That trying to attempt to dribble the ball out there. That nearly cost us a goal, and it would have been the same old story. Dyer once again. All the mistakes coming from him.
So, summarising with LLORIS, then, do you think this is his final season at Spurs? I think he's in his final year, and we
could be. Yeah,
you'll go back to. I reckon you'll go back to France, back to Lyon.
Yeah, it won't be PSG after.
I don't think so. No, they've got about 9 goalkeepers on their books. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's move on to something a bit more exciting then. The transfer talk.
Go on.
So, I remember last week, Gary. Well, I'll give you some names. I think I said Milenkovic. He signed a new deal.
Yeah.
Bamford signed a new deal. Ward-Prowse signed a new deal.
Yeah.
And West Ham are 2-0 up, by the way. Mick Allen.
Good fantasy team. Love that.
So,
I've got talking about fantasy team. I won the most points this week.
We saw this.
I got 79 points. I made Lukaku captain. I got Reece James in the team.
Cool. Which one?
My defence done really well, but my midfield was poor though. Højbjerg, Son, not a lot. And who's the other midfield? Gundogan got
Welcome
booked.
to the Fantasy Football Podcast.
Yeah, change the title.
All right, back to transfers then. Harry Kane still at the club, so let's get Harry Kane out of the way. What are you thinking? Rumours are.
I think he'll stay. I think he would have gone by now. I seriously think he would have gone. He was in the squad yesterday. The thing is with Kane, if he's asked to play, he will. He's not one of them ones. He'll say, "I don't want to play for the club anymore." He won't even turn up to training. The thing is, he has turned up to training. He's travelled with the squad yesterday. Players like Berbatov, Modric, Bale, when they wanted to leave, they never done this, and Kane has. So I think he'll stay. I think. The offers. I don't think Man City are going to pay what Levy wants. But obviously there's always January. I reckon Man City will come back with a cheeky bid in January.
Yeah.
Ad, what are you thinking?
What regarding transfers in general or just Kane?
Well, Kane first.
Kane, I agree with Gaz. I reckon he's staying. I think it's too late in the window now to get a replacement. But then you see these rumours about Ronaldo coming for a year. And then, do you know what I mean? I've seen that all today, but. Personally, I can't see it happening, but Kane, I reckon he's staying, mate. I think we need him. It's too late in the window to replace him. And if all the people that we're linked with are signing new contracts, especially the guy from, I don't know how you pronounce his name, the one from Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Well, Vlahovic.
Yeah, he looks like a big beast, doesn't he? But I just can't, if he signed a new deal or we're not going to get him, I just can't see no one coming in to replace Kane, mate, to be honest.
I would. Do you know what? I'd take Bale back for another year.
I'll discuss that today with my dad. I think I still would.
Well, he's doing at Real Madrid, isn't he, now? That one game.
Yeah, saw that. I forgot what I was going to say now. Go on. I've lost myself. You go back.
Transfers.
That was it. So we're linked with Adama Traore, which suggests that Son's going to be our striker. Would you rather us get another striker in, or would you take a risk on Adama Traore as a winger?
The thing is with Traore, he can play as a striker. He can play right wing, left wing, striker. I think he can even play as a number 10. But I mean, he's an advanced player, Traore. So I think the thing is with Traore, he can dribble the ball so fucking well. He's like a Moussa Dembele, like attacking-minded Moussa Dembele. That's what he reminds me of. He just can't get the ball off him, and his dribbling is absolutely second to none. But like I say, it's just the end product that does me. If you've got a player like that who can't score, who can't get an assist, is it a waste? Is it a waste of a player? Because he's just got everything about him. He's got strength, he's got pace, he's got power. But I mean, he does score the goals. He does score them, but I've seen him miss plenty of sitters in his time.
What I do like about him, he does take on a man, which players like the Celso, Winks, and even Bergwijn at times, they're a bit reluctant to take on a man,
Yeah.
in games when we've got like Winks playing, just give it to Adama Traore. Like, let him do it, because
exactly.
You don't want Winks trying to dribble out, because it never goes well, you know. But yeah, how much would you pay him for Adama Traore? What's the limit?
30 mil.
Gaz?
30
mil. I think if he had goals, if he added goals and a few more assists to his name, I'd happily pay £40 million. But yeah, I think 30 million is probably more of a realistic offer.
Is there anyone else out there? What about this Madueke from PSV?
He used to be one of our old academy players, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he only left because he said he wanted more regular first team football. You can't blame him really, but it's a shame we didn't put in a buyback clause.
Yeah.
Something cheeky like 15, 20 million pounds. Yeah, it would have been good business. But I mean, I don't see much of him. I think he scored yesterday, actually. Did he not?
Yeah, he did, I think.
Yeah, I heard somewhere he scored. Looks a good player. But how many times have we seen it? We signed a Dutch player from the Dutch league. Well, I mean, not a Dutch player as per se, but we signed a player from the Dutch league, and they come here. They're not half the player that they are in Holland.
Yeah. Again, it's a risk, but this is why I think Spurs are looking at Adama Traore, because he plays in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's got the experience.
We've done Janssen, we've done Soldado, done Vinicius. I don't think the ball would trust themselves no more when it comes to signing a striker.
I think that's why they brought in Paratici. You know, I mean, these signings he made are all his. They're all his signings. They're not Levy's signings. These are his signings and his recommendations. So obviously, as the season wears on a bit more, we'll see how it pans out.
Because whatever striker we sign, they're not going to score more goals than Son or Kane anyway. So I think that's why Adama Traore, I think we are being linked with. We've got another comment here from my dad. My dad says, watch I can't say his name, Vlahovic last night would be perfect for us, holding the ball up, playing in Son and Bergwijn either side. Have any of you guys watched him play?
No,
I haven't watched him play, no.
No, I can't add much on that, but I know he's a bit of a target man. He does look a bit of a unit. But what do you feel about Spurs and going forward? Because in the Conference League we had Scarlett, Lo Celso, Gil. They're quite a small attacking three. Do you think we need someone a bit more bit taller up front? If Harry
I
Kane's
mean,
not...
there was it was that lad who went out on loan, that Keone Titi. He's 6'5". Yeah, I think he's scored a few goals for Northampton now. I think he would have been good. One of your favourite academy players, Dylan Makande, scored a hat trick tonight.
Oh, what a boy!
I saw that.
Scored a hat trick. 4-2. The under-23s won. They beat Leeds 4-2.
I saw that Niall John scored, and I thought he'd be shot of confidence after that Conference League, but he's got himself a goal tonight.
Yeah, so yeah.
So, anything else to add on transfer window, or should we move on to the brilliant Conference League?
Not really. I mean, well, you could say who we're expecting to see leave. Who's going to be leaving?
Winks gone.
All right. Well, I'll let you start. You could sell 3 players right now. Who are the 3?
Winks, Dyer.
Still Dyer. Yeah.
Winks, Dyer, Sanchez.
God, blimey. You've got to get a defence in.
No,
Joe Roden's back there.
Put me at the back.
That's what you go for.
Yeah, it'd have to be sell Winks, sell Aurier, and Sissoko.
Good shout. I'll go Sissoko, Matt Doherty, and Aurier, I think.
Still no defence then, yeah?
Well, I think with Tanganga, I think Tanganga's done a good job. I just don't trust the cover, Doherty or Aurier, when they come in. So I definitely feel we need another right back, centre back. We haven't seen much of Romero yet. So did you see the news about Romero today?
No.
Apparently him and Lo Celso are missing the Crystal Palace game
and the Chelsea game.
And Chelsea.
Because I think something to do with their internationals. I think it's like a week after like the European internationals. It's something stupid like that. So what it is, they've got to play a World Cup qualifier, and basically they're not going to be back in time for the Palace and Chelsea game. I mean, Romero's behind on his fitness as it is, so we probably won't see him till the end of September now, which is a shame. We want to see
always the way with these Argentinian players.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I feel for Sonny really when he plays for South Korea.
Yeah, same. I think we've got African Cup of Nations in January as well, but that should affect Liverpool with Salah and Mane.
And
So,
Naby Keita.
Keita as well. So another
And Konate. Konate, does he play for Mali?
Yeah,
Or is he French?
Konate.
French, isn't he?
It could be French, yeah. Matip plays for Cameroon.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone else caught your eye who you would want to come in realistically?
Aouar, I think Hassam Aouar could come in.
Yeah,
I think there'll be some activity there. I think there's a few clubs who are interested in him. I think we could make a last ditch bid on deadline day. Depends on the scenario, obviously, with Sissoko, Winks, etc. So I think we have a bit of movement in that middle of the pot there. I think Aouar could be a possible target.
Speaking of Aouar, I did see that Shaqiri joined Lyon today. So
yeah.
Could be something. And another relation is Ndombele. None of us mentioned Ndombele.
I forgot he plays for Spurs.
Yeah. Have you heard enough of Ndombele now?
Yeah, Geezer brings nothing to the table, does he, to be honest with you?
Yeah. Gaz,
well, I know he's a good player. This is the disappointing thing. We know there's a good player in Ndombele right there. You know, but I mean, he looks like he's not settled. When he's signed, he just looks like he just couldn't settle. He's been here for what, two years now, and he just looks like he just hasn't settled. So look, if you don't want to be here, then go. Simple as that. If you do want to move on, then I'd happily take a £50 million bid for him right now.
Yeah,
just take a small loss on him. If he wants to go and he don't want to be, even Nuno said he wants players committed.
Yeah, no, some of the comments Nuno said really impressed me, and that was one of them, wasn't it? When he said he can't commit people to play for Tottenham, like you sign because you want to play for him. What's the minimum then you take for Ndombele right now?
But 35, 40.
Oh. I'd say, probably about 45, I think.
There was reports of Tolisso from Bayern coming in.
That was a swap deal.
Yeah,
it's good player, but he's got a bit of an injury record.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
The other day,
the other player who's been linked with a swap deal is Weston McKennie from Juventus.
Yeah, I see that.
Again, I don't know much about him. And anything you could tell us about him?
Not too much. I think he scores the goals. That's the thing. I've seen him when he pops up. He does score. He's scored a fair few goals for Juventus. He hasn't been like this squad player who just sits on the bench and sort of comes on. He does start him. I think he's sort of like what that Pjanic was when he was at Juventus.
Yeah,
that type of player, and he does score the goals. I've seen him pop up with a few goals and that. So I think he's a good player. So he did play for German team, did he not?
Schalke. I
think it was Schalke, yeah.
I'm guessing he's not getting in ahead of Artur. I think that was their big signing, wasn't it? When Pjanic went the other way to Barca.
Yeah.
And they've got a few, and they Rabiot and Ramsey.
Rabiot's there, yeah.
Ramsey. What do you make of Mikkel Damsgaard? Would you still be interested in him?
I think we only saw that little bit of him at the Euros. We obviously scored that worldie against us.
Yeah.
I just think he'd be too weak for the Premier League. And
he does look it, yeah. I mean, you compare him to Traore.
Yeah, Traore, you need to stock up on the old baby oil if we get Traore. Old Jukes, he needs to get that, doesn't he?
I think Gil and Damsgaard against Traore wouldn't last a minute, would they?
I mean, Traore is like 2 or 3 players in one, isn't he? I mean, Tanganga had a job last week, having to deal with Grealish and Sterling because they looked like they doubled up on him. But I mean, Tanganga controlled them comfortably, and then he's up against Traore, and he was like 3 players in one. I mean, Sanchez couldn't get hold of him. Tanganga struggled as well. I think the only player who did actually try to do that was Oliver Skip.
Yeah.
And he made a fair challenge yesterday, got booked for it. It's crazy.
One player we haven't mentioned, which my dad picked up on again, is Kessie from AC Milan. He got linked to us late last night from some Milan journalist on Twitter. Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, I think he's a holding midfielder. Yeah. I believe. I don't think he's not so much. I think he's like what we wanted Winks to be, sort of kind of a box to box or someone to control the midfield there. That's the sort of player that Kessié is. But yeah, he's. I think he's another good player there as well. I think he's 24, 25. He's at a decent age.
Yeah. Have you got any knowledge on Kessié?
I think it's Kessié. Is it Kessié or Kessié?
Yeah, no, I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you. I just learned whatever Gaz just said. I just learned about him there, but only from FIFA. So
to me, yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, I think I more or less get it from FIFA, but I believe he is a holding midfield. I think he's more like a Winks or Sissoko type player.
Oh yes, sign him up then. Sign him up and replace them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we sign Kessie, Aurier won't leave, will he? They'll be best mates.
Yeah, because he plays. Yeah, he's Ivory Coast.
Leicester have got one back, by the way. Tielemans has just scored for Leicester.
Tielemans, okay.
Yeah, lovely.
Right, let's talk about the Conference League. So we'll talk about the first leg first, and then we'll talk about the second leg. So what did you make of the selection? Are you two bothered about the Conference League? Or
well, I think we're the same as what Nuno's thinking about. I don't think he cares about it. Because obviously he had to put in the slight experienced first teamers in there. But I was talking to the old man earlier on. He was saying, I just don't think he cares. Because if we had Mourinho in charge, we're playing our first team. Yeah. In that game, but I personally just don't think he cares. I think he's more concentrated in the league and the old English domestic competitions. I don't.
Yeah, I think at least make the group stages. I think I got a feeling Kane will start that match on Thursday. I think it's just more for fitness with Kane, but obviously with Kane, he's a goal scorer. He's the real goal threat. So if he starts in the team, probably put in one or two more first teamers just to be sure, because I think this is a competition. Obviously Levy would want to be in. I know it's not Europa League. It's not even Europa League quality, really, is it? I mean, it is like a pre-season tour. I get that sort of vibe from it. But I think it's money. The longer you're in it, you get a money injection as well. So. But yeah, I think at least make the group stages, but with a weakened team. I mean, if the weakened team, last week against or on the Thursday when we played them, if the second team can't, they were really ineffective last week. I felt like they just didn't know what to do because the team they played against, it was their first teamers.
Yeah, it was a bit too soon for Dane Scarlett. You probably needed at least a Son or a Lucas or a Kane next to him, but there was literally no service.
It was the same with Romero. You can't put Carter Vickers alongside Romero. He's even said that himself. Like Romero wants a leader at the back. Even if he did play Dyer or Sanchez, Carter Vickers alongside Romero, you can tell it was an absolute mismatch.
That was the thing. If people were slagging off Romero, but to play in the defence with Ben Davies, Carter Vickers, and Doherty is criminal. Like, you can't judge him.
It was good. It was good to see. I know he didn't really play that well. He played all right, but it's good to see Sessegnon back.
Yeah, what do you make of Sessegnon? Do you still think he's got a future at Spurs?
I'd say so. Yeah, I think this is another player that Nuno rates as well. He said he wanted him at Wolves, but I think so. Yeah, I think Sessegnon. I think he's still got a future at Spurs, definitely.
Add Sessegnon.
Yeah, it's the same with Gaz as well. I don't know if he's going to use him as a left back or a left wing back or a winger with him, but I think he's a great option for us with the competition, the old Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, because I can't see him getting in over Reguilon and on the left side, and even Davis, mate. I think he likes Davis with his professionalism and all that, but I'd keep him. Okay, I do like him. I think he's a great young prospect, to be honest.
Yeah, he's still only 21. Is he 21, 22? So still a young lad. Still got plenty of time to get back to his best, back to his full potential.
Yeah.
Now, I think last week was more of a game for fitness. Really, it was just take a team out there. Even
J. Neil Bennett even played yesterday. On Thursday. Sorry.
So on to the team for Thursday, Gaz. I'll let you do your lineup prediction first. What would you like to see? Not what you think. What would you like?
What would I like to see? Well, obviously, keep Galini in goal. I think the back four. I reckon someone like Aurier could start at back for right back. I think could give him there. But I think if he don't play, then I think he definitely won't have a future at Spurs. In that case, it'll probably be someone like Doherty. I don't know if Romero will play. I don't know if he's actually picked up a knock or not. I'm not sure. I think if Romero is fit, I'd start Romero. Give him all the minutes. Give him some minutes. Give him some fitness as well. And I'd probably play him alongside someone like Doe, because you've got to remember as well, we've got the game Thursday, we've got Watford on Sunday, and then after that it's the international break. So I would go with a half full strength team. I'll probably start Højbjerg.
Yeah,
I'd start Højbjerg.
That was missing the most last week, just to get us up the field and almost shout at people, because everyone, the tempo weren't there.
Yeah. I'd start Sessegnon at left back.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think up top, I think Kane should start, but I think for Kane it's more fitness. I think just give him 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and then he can bring on someone like Scarlett, because I think by then Kane will score a couple of goals.
Yeah.
I think give Brian Gill another start as well.
Yeah.
Winks playing again?
I mean, he probably will play, but I don't want Winks there. I'd rather have Harvey White in the middle there.
Yeah. Did he travel? Did he travel last week, Harvey White?
I think he did, yeah. I think he did travel.
One player who didn't travel was Alfie Devine. I thought he'd be a bit more involved. But it's early days, of course.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that, yeah. I reckon he will. He gets some minutes, I reckon. I think, John, I know he was a bit disappointed last week. Probably give him another shot.
Yeah. What's your lineup?
I think the same with Gal, but I don't think he'll play Sessegnon at left back. I reckon he's going to go for a Ben Davies. He'll go over there. I agree with starting Kane up front. I think with the fitness wise, and I think starting Kane will make a statement to City just as well. I know it's going off topic, but I think it'll make a City realise that leaving means business and we mean business and we want to keep him. Because I think if he was on the bench all the time, I think it's basically they're luring him on, saying, "Come and get him." He's not playing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think with Kane starting, I think it's just showing him what's what. But Kane starting up front, and then I would say, what Gal said, put Højbjerg in the middle with a bit of experience, so he can just hold up that play and have a leader in the team. Because he was like a captain at Southampton. He's quite a good leader. So yeah, I think they're. But I agree with Gaz with the lineup. Yeah,
but with me, I'd, if some of the first teamers do start, I wouldn't make them play the full match. So Kane, Højbjerg, and maybe I don't know, even someone like Bergwijn or Lucas Moura. I wouldn't make them start. I mean, I'd make them start, but I wouldn't make them play the full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, the chances are Lucas Moura probably wouldn't be called up for Brazil anyway, so he could play the game on Thursday, the game on Sunday, and then he gets his rest.
I do feel like that's where we are. We are a winger or a forward short because we have lost Lamela, Bale, and Vinicius. So we are lacking just a little bit of depth, even if it is just one winger, one striker. Because right now we've only got Bergwijn and Lucas as the wingers, and then Gil, whatever Gil's going to be. I'm not sure if he's going to be a number 10 or a left winger.
Yeah.
But, so it's a
but
bit.
I mean, this goes back to what Ad was saying about Sessegnon. I mean, is he going to be a left wing option because of the options are lacking again now?
So score predictions then for Pacos de Ferreira on Thursday.
I think we should get the job done. I'm going to go for something like 3-0 or 4-0 to Spurs.
Ad, what are you going for?
4-1.
Nice.
I reckon they'll nick a goal.
Yeah, we'll probably go behind. That's very nice.
Yeah, no, nice. Yeah, but I reckon we'll win it comfortably 4-1.
I would like us to go stronger. Doesn't have to be as strong, but stronger. We definitely need an early goal. But not sure what the attendance is going to be. I reckon 30 tops.
Well, the top level is not going to be available.
Top level's shut. But I'll be there. I'll be on my own. But yeah, I'll go for 3-1. So a bit tighter than normal. Moving on to Watford then on Sunday. You're both going to this game, aren't you?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Guys, you got a ticket at Watford?
No, I can't make the Watford game. I'm just going to stay and watch it on telly.
Danny Rose is returning. So let's start with Danny. what kind of reception do you think he's going to get? I don't think he'll start, but we should see him there.
No, I reckon he'll get a good reception.
Yeah, I think so. He was loved by the club, so yeah, I think he'll get a good reception. He's a good servant to the team, anyway.
It was the only trouble with Mourinho, but that's past now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but look, I mean, everyone had a problem with Mourinho. I think us fans had a problem with Mourinho.
Exactly.
So we sort of we agree with what Danny's been saying, you know. And
Exactly.
fair play to him for laying into him as well.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
West Ham gone 3-1 up. It was
God, boo! They got top of the league, weren't they?
He's in the right fun. He's holding a cardboard cutout of himself.
Who's it? Antonio.
He's doing
Everyone assist.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something weird's going on at the game. But Watford played 2. They beat Aston Villa 3-2 at home, and then lost 2-0 away to Brighton. So hard to make out about Watford so far, and the manager. So what do you think about Watford so far? Do you think they'll be a threat Sunday?
I think so. Yeah, I think going forward they look quite good. But I mean, I saw the second goal they conceded. Oh, it was such a poor goal to concede from Watford's point of view. It was just again, we're talking about trying to dribble the ball out and all that stuff. But I don't know what happened. I think Matey gave the ball away, and then Brighton would just clear through, made it 2-0. So yeah, I think some few things need to be fixed in their defensive part. But if we can take advantage of their broken defence, I think we'll do quite well.
Ad, what are you thinking about Watford?
We'll win, but as long as Ben Foster ain't playing, it'd be wasting time your Ben Foster time, wouldn't it?
I tell you what, he just has a blinder. Even when he played at West Brom, he's always superb against us.
He's a blinder.
Yeah, he does, and he wastes time as well.
And it's all Foster. But yeah, I reckon we'll win.
They use the other keeper right now, don't they?
Yeah,
Bachmann. Yeah,
but he's quite addictive. But
one player that we should expect to play is Ismail Sarr. We have been linked with him before.
Yeah.
What do you think of him? Any good for Spurs?
No, I think we've got too many. I think we'll just be over. Even if we get Traore, we'll be overloaded with wingers.
Yeah, but I think with the difference with Traore and Sarr, at least Traore can offer a bit of versatile play. But I think Sarr is just literally a strict out-and-out winger.
Yeah.
For me, I think Sarr probably needs a club before the big club.
Yeah.
Maybe. Can't really. Tough to say who. Maybe in Everton.
Go to Arsenal when they come to a bigger club.
Yeah.
But talking about Watford, I think we can beat Watford definitely. We're in. We've got our tails wagging. We've had 2 good wins, 2 big wins as well, and we're at home again. So I think should get the job done. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to get maximum points before the international break as well.
Yeah.
So I think we should get the job done.
One thing I said earlier to my dad is that we never get our transfer business done before the season. So any points we pick up now, I see them as almost bonus points.
Yeah.
Because we're never ready for the start of the season. So if we got 3 wins out of 3, I mean, I see them as almost a bonus 9 points because we're always.
Yeah.
We're always on.
I always find like we sort of have a fairly slow start. I never. We might win a game, draw a game, lose a game. It would be a case of lose a game, and you never seem to get maximum points in the opening 3 matches. There's always seemed to be like a draw or a loss. I think it happened a couple of seasons back. What happened? I think we won the opening. No, we beat Villa on the opening day, drew away to Man City, and then we lost to Newcastle. And Newcastle got their first win of the season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's things like that. So I'd be open-minded. I think Watford could be like. I don't want to put doom and gloom on this, but it could be a potential first loss, potential first points drop. Yeah. So this would be like another test, really. I mean, every match is going to be a test at the minute.
Yeah. One thing my dad mentioned earlier was about Arsenal's 2 fixtures: Brentford away and then Chelsea at home. And they got no points. But our 2 fixtures were quite tough: Wolves away and Man City home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we've had harder fixtures. Yeah, we've had some really tough. Yeah, I think. As far as the fixtures go, I think we've got one of the hardest at the minute. I think the team who's got the hardest at the moment is Norwich. I think they've got who they have? They had Liverpool, Man City, and I think they got Chelsea up next, didn't they? Or someone?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think our opening 2 fixtures have been tough. I think Watford would be a tough match as well. They seem to be a kind of a bogey team.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we played Watford. I really can't think.
It was I remember it was 1-1 at the stadium, and then it was 0-0. It was when the ball was literally millimetres from crossing the line.
Was that at home or?
That was away. Yeah, Lamella, that was away.
Yeah.
And Gazaniga saved the penalty.
That was it. Troy Deeney missed, didn't he?
That's it, yeah.
So score predictions then?
We reckon I'm going to go for a 3-1 Spurs.
Well, our first goal we're going to let in is Watford.
Yeah, I think, Troy Deeney.
No, Danny Rose Weldy outside the box.
Yeah, Ad, what are you going for?
2-1, mate. 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0, I think. Maybe 0-0 half time. Bit of frustration, but
yeah.
Looking forward to it. What about Harry Kane then? Harry Kane going to start the weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think if Kane starts, then again it'll just prove that we're true to our word by saying we want to keep him, we want him to stay, and he's going to stay. So I think if that's the case, then he definitely won't be going.
Yeah.
For me, I think this is one of Daniel Levy's biggest tests. He's got a lot right and a lot wrong, but to hold your nerve when there's 150 million, you could just take off someone. I mean, that 150 million, he could do a lot for himself or the club, not for transfers. But
don't forget, if a big European team came in with an offer of around 120, 130 million pounds, someone like PSG, Madrid, Barcelona, I reckon he'll take their offer.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Lautaro Martinez? Do you think that's dead in the water? What do you think?
It's just gone quiet, because by the sounds of it, he looks like he doesn't want to leave Inter Milan anyway. He looks like he does want to stay. So I think even doubling his wages don't even attempt him to join us.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, it's a lot difficult when you've only got Conference League football to offer.
Yeah, exactly. Attracting.
Another one that's gone really quiet is Tomiyasu. What do you think about the Tomiyasu one? It was meant to be almost a done deal, and nothing.
2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. What do you think?
I personally think we just gave up on the deal now, to be honest with you.
I think we wanted the deal done before he went to the Olympics, but I think they said, he's going to the Olympics and then we'll talk after. That's what Bologna have probably said. But I think, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We always seem to get like a surprise on deadline day. It's like when Van der Vaart signed for us on deadline day.
Yeah. Do you think that we will be busy then? Deadline day?
I think so. I reckon we will. I reckon there'll be 1 or 2 players who'll definitely be confirmed, and then there'll be one more surprise that pops up. But we're close to a young midfielder, aren't we, from Metz?
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we're Metz, but I think he's going to go back out on loan for the season. And he's only 18, so I think it's the right move for him to go back out on loan for another season. And then obviously we'll see him next season after this one.
It's a shame. There's nothing to get excited about right now because we need this rebuild to start right now, don't we? And as it stands right now, we haven't really got going with the rebuild, have we? I mean, we've got 2 wins out of 2, and our new signings have hardly played a part.
Yeah.
Romero, last minute against Man City, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, even Brian Gill didn't even come off the bench yesterday against Wolves.
Yeah, it didn't suit him yesterday, but I'm hoping. I want us to sign someone when they come straight into the first 11. I think Romero will come into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually, I think he will.
Do you think Adama Traore would come straight into the side?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as you say, with his Premier League experience, we need someone like that instead of getting, like what Gal was saying, someone from like the Dutch league or anywhere else. But yeah, with Traore, I'd say if we do get him, just throw him straight in.
For Lucas or Bergwijn or.
Do you know what, mate? I can see it being Bergwijn because I know he does like Lucas. I can see Lucas being a big part of our team, but
yeah,
Bergwijn started with the season well. He has started it well, but it's a hard one to call. But I think Traore with his pace and he can win you fouls, he can win you penalties. I think just throw him straight in, to be honest. Well, if we get him,
we still need someone who can take set pieces. So hopefully, Gil has got that in his locker. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Dyer has in training, but so don't seem to do on match days.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that is.
Yeah.
Anything else to add before we wrap up, boys?
No, I think it's all good, to be honest with you, mate.
Gaz, we've not promoted your Instagram page. Tell us where we can find your Instagram page before we go.
So I was just coming along here at the bottom, actually. So there it is, Instagram at Lily White Post. Yeah, give us a follow. I just post a bit of content on there, Spurs content mainly, just about transfer news, opinions, and just how I feel. I review matches, I preview matches, and then review them afterwards and that. So yeah, everyone get involved, and look forward to all my new followers, hopefully.
Yeah, Ad, you got anything to promote there, mate?
Nothing, mate. Nothing at all. No social media, mate.
But thanks for joining me tonight, boys. Ad, good to have you back on the show.
Yeah, good to see you, Ad.
You too, boys.
Ad, I will see you Sunday for Watford.
Yes, mate. 100%.
I'll see you back here next Monday. Thank you to everyone that has joined in today's stream. And we'll see you next week, hopefully with a new signing and another 3 points. Up the Spurs.
Up the Spurs.